Hello, and it is full moon in Scorpio today, tomorrow, depending on exactly where you are in the world. Those in London, it is between midnight and 1 o'clock. So early hours of tomorrow morning, but overnight. And I want to go on here and share with you just think general about full moons, but there's a lot of, understandably, there's a lot of energy around social media on this particular full moon, and I just want to offer up something slightly different, still completely in line with the energy, but just to give you the opportunity to regroup if it is all a bit much. So I'm just going to cover a few things. Over in my group, Stars and Shadows, we've had a full download of all things full moon in Scorpio, but I'm just going to share a few pertinent points with you, but not least what to do if it's feeling a lot for you right now. So generally, all full moons are a culmination of a lunar cycle. It's that coming together, and it's the part in a cycle, a lunar cycle that started in terms of this one back on the 8th of April, so when we had the new moon. And that, of course, remember, was an eclipse. So massive energy. And then since then, we have had the massive Jupiter and Uranus conjunction, so super supportive, but it's that double-edged sword, massively empowering, but massively powering up as well. It's like a wave, and we may come back to this. It was it's spiritual, it's high level kind of thinking, thanks to Uranus in that mix. And we've still got Mercury in retrograde, which I've said before, and I'll say again, doesn't mean anything bad at all. It's just a going slow, a chance to revisit, go back over. So run with that energy if you are feeling social media likes to demonize something, and it's that kind of, how do you, knowing which way's up, right? And that's what I want to share with you. So retrogrades are an opportunity to go back over or take more time over something. It's a revisit, it's a revision, it's a reconsideration, it's a pause and ponder kind of opportunity. Not bad by definition at all. We've got that going on. And then we've moved into Taurus. So the sun is in Taurus, which is a very grounding and earthy. It is an earth sign and it's a fixed sign. So that's very much about stability and security and finding comfort in what you do. And Taurus does look like a little bit of luxury, ruled by Venus. So we've got goddess of pleasure and value and worth. So my friend's people are moving around the ring going. But so with all that energy, it's kind of a very beautiful transition from all the yang energy and the outward and the almost the ferocity of Aries, and now we're moving into more inward feminine energy that comes with Taurus. So grounding is the key here, and it's, if there is an element of there's a lot going on, all the feels. Any full moon is emotional. A full moon in Scorpio is always going to be intense. Not a bad thing, but it can be intense. And if you feel there's just so much going on, then the secret, the salve to all of that is to just honor where the sun's at right now. And that's that Taurian stability, security, going inward. So that's perfect. And I think that's key to remember, to be honest. So the Scorpio full moon is going to ask of you to spotlight what is hidden. That's going to be a vibe in generally any full moon, but with the Scorpio, it's your hidden shadows. It's what's within you. And if you were working through the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction, then it's that next step of how to ground it, how to make it real, how to make it tangible, because it was esoteric, it was spiritual, high level. Possibly had all the senses, possibly had the knowing, the intuition, the bubbling up, the sense of something different, the sense of stepping into something huge, transformational, revolutionary, radical. but what is that? How does that look and feel? What is that for you? And then that's the gift we get with this full moon and this Taurus season. So it's very much now the feeling of it, and energy is how we feel it. Emotions are energy in motion. So we've had all the high level, the esoteric, the highly spiritual stuff, and now it's coming into us. It's embodiment territory now. And so the first thing of that is just to feel it, is just to recognize it, is just to sit with it. And that's what all of the, the energy we have around us is asking us to do that. And then, it is, and what does that mean for you? And then it's sort of to go from what is it that you're going to let go? Because we've got this expansion and this huge opportunity, this wonderful newness, this big change, is something that you've not done before. What is it that you're going to let go of? What are you going to close down? What are you going to move on from to enable you to have the space and the expansion to really live out what it is that you're being called to? So that change, etc. So those are kind of the ways to deal with it. That's what's the grounding and the making it real for you kind of process that I wanted to share, because I'm not going to shy away from it. It's always intense, and Scorpio has a particular flavor. In my group we talked about 50 Shades of Black. It's intense, it's gloriously intense, but sometimes if that's too much, there's just life going on and you feel like you need the reprieve, then like I said, go back to that grounding, just feel the feels, meditate on them. If it's getting stuck, if the energy is getting stuck, if the emotion is getting stuck, if you feel that it's pulling or a tension, just like you would in a muscle, you'd massage the knot out. That's what you're effectively doing, sort of consciously, and embodying all of that. The practice is to, why have I got that tension, that knot? What is that resistance? Why is there a block there? What can I do about it? What am I going to surrender and let go to then enable something else to come in that's obviously waiting to come in for my greatest good? There is no such thing as bad celestial energy. It is there for your greatest good. And I guess the final point I want to leave you with is this beautiful, beautiful juxtaposition with on the Taurus and Scorpio axes. We've got the grounding, and beautiful is the gratitude practice that we have with Taurus, and then it's the growth and the evolution, the transformation that might be hidden and in the dark, and definitely pop over to Stars and Shadows, because we talk about Chiron and we talk about Mars and Neptune as well. So there's a lot more to all of this. But what I wanted to do is just give something really practical and helpful for you, despite what's mass media talking about. So it's that kind of one foot you step with gratitude and grounding, bring yourself in, come inward, and just what is safe and secure? Where is it that you're finding your pleasure? And then it's this next step, which is the growth. What is the new bit for me? And if you do that kind of iterative kind of process, then you're using everything that's around you and maybe feeling more kinder and more empowering to yourself than just letting the way that it can feel like, that I'm not shying away from that. But it's not there for a bad thing, and it depends how much of whether you want to guide the ride or just have a wild ride. It's that kind of territory. You have free choice. You can do what you wish, and just to use the energy, have the insight and the intel, to use it to help you explore and move towards your soul path. We were talking on another in another group. It's been like the spotlighting. You're about to go across a river, and that moon is coming out, beautiful full moon, and as it's coming out, it's lighting up different stepping stones across that waterway for you. So you might not be able to see all the way across. It might look pitch dark, or maybe different shades of dark, and you're not sure what to do and where to step. But just being guided and then guiding, that 1 foot and 1 foot and 1 foot, one step, one step, one step, then you're going to get the different light shining on each stepping stone that is going to take you across that waterway, which is take you towards your highest expression, your soul path, your true north. So if it does feel too much, don't worry, just go inward, ponder and wander in nature. Beautiful, beautiful Taurian thing to do. Meditate, journal, understand where the resistance is coming from. What is in the shadows that wants to come out? Is there resistance to it coming out? Is there resistance to maybe you put it there for a reason? What is it that's there? And just remember that it's for your greatest good, for your next level evolvement and growth. So beautifuls, I will see you around and take care of you.